So how do you guys feel the vibe in Ivy has changed since last year's tragedy? And what do you guys think can be done to fix it?
Well, it's become a lot calmer, I would say. There's not as many parties, and the parties that do happen usually doesn't last as long. I remember before it used to be like, it would go till like 3 a.m. but now it's like immediately at 12. Usually parties are like done and over with.
Yeah, I definitely feel people are more conscious of what they're doing, especially during parties. I remember when I first came out here, it was nothing but parties 24/7, but now it's definitely changed. I feel like, yeah, it's definitely changed since then.
I mean, in one regard, I do think that people are on edge more often and scared at nighttime, which I know that the community is trying to help with increased security. But at the same time, I do think that it's brought the Ivy community stronger and closer together, and people are more willing to look out for one another. But, yeah.
I feel like I've actually noticed like a lot of change within the community since last year. I feel like everyone has more of an understanding of each other and how everyone feels in the aftermath of it. I feel like everyone's a lot more considerate, because sometimes I would feel like in IV people were very rude and we kind of didn't care about each other. We were all just here trying to have a good time and party, and then that like made us realize how delicate life is and how delicate the people around us are, and I feel like the community is a lot more bonded, and I feel like things are a lot calmer now. I mean, we still have fun and we still have our party nights and whatever, but I feel like everything's definitely like calmed down a little more, and everyone's a lot more considerate of the people around them.
We for sure saw an immediate change here in IV. I don't know if it was lasting though, you know. I don't know how you could really change that much, because it's just such like a random occurrence. But yeah.
I think that there's been, the change is that there's been more discussion to it. So you hear like people talking, like you hear people bring it up often, and like how like the chances of that happening, you know, are actually greater than we think, and you know, like just to be aware of that and kind of take, you know, precautions against something like that happening. There's been a rise in that, yeah.
Since that night, there's been an incredible amount of solidarity and community within Isla Vista. While there has been in the past, I think that tragedy did pull everybody together in a way never seen before. And that was very powerful to witness and continue witnessing. There's been a lot of work also done to provide safer alternatives in Isla Vista, such as IV First Fridays, that has been successful. I think what still needs to be done is more implementation of mental health services in IV that's open to all residents, not just UCSB students. And I also believe that there needs to be more work to clean up the public image and perception of Isla Vista that isn't necessarily true, but continues to persist. And we need to work against that as a community, because we are a lot better than what the public perceives us to be.